Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your boy James Harris, of course, Mental Heal. Listen, I appreciate all the support over the years, whether it was for my book, man, Just Express Yourself, which is an interactive planning guide for boys and men to better express themselves. So salute to those parents who got it for their young sons. Praises to those partners and couples who got it for the men in their life. Of course, to the schools, the administrative, and everybody else who ordering the book by the dozens. I definitely appreciate that. And also salute to everybody who supported me on Cheesy Date Board Games, which is a good game for adults and couples, your game night, your date night. So many interactive ideas come from it. I definitely love the responses that it's garnering. But now I'm asking for your support again on this YouTube journey. I'm back. I took a little break because I had so much going on, but be a little bit more consistent with it. I got a couple interviews lined up with prominent people and people doing phenomenal things within the community or within this mental health space or even different authors and things like that. So bear with me. Appreciate your support. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Now you probably have seen the Tyler Perry movie, which brought G.P. Henson. And if you haven't, I'm not going to give away any details or whatever the case is. But I would like to speak to brief psychotic disorder and schizophrenia or schizophreniform, just so you can understand a little bit of the difference of what she potentially may have been experiencing. So for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to give anything away. But just know she did experience a lot of trauma, a lot of loss, a lot of grieving situations within a short time period. So, which to me indicated that she could have had a brief psychotic episode, which is pretty much a condition of temporary period where psychotic behaviors are more prevalent. And these behaviors can look like delusions, hallucination, confusion, memory loss, and so many other factors. So these symptoms can last pretty much a day up to 1 month. But they can become severe enough to a person where they probably experience some of the behaviors such as violent behaviors or even thoughts of suicide and pretty much a couple other risky behaviors as well. So throughout the movie, you've seen some of the traumatic impacts that she had occurred within her life, whether it was grief or whether it was just, I'll let you watch the movie to figure all that out. I just want to make sure that you are aware of some of those things. But anyway, this onset can pretty much happen between your ages 20 to 30. It can be one of those first time things and it can differentiate from, like I said, schizophrenia, limited based on the duration. So many different triggers can add to it, whether it's substance use or either just environmental factors. So just make sure that you're aware of that too. And we know in the movie that she had environmental factors, whether it was from career and or parenting aspects too. So just make sure you know that. So again, some of the symptoms, of course, you got the delusions, the hallucinations, different mood changes. Sometimes speech can be impacted, disorganized behavior. Some people even experience catatonia, so just make sure that you're aware. But those physical signs, of course, you can have memory problems, lethargy, people, seem erratic or bizarre within day-to-day actions. Some people even become indecisive and have different changes in their sleep and their appetite, so many different factors. And to be real with you, women are more likely to develop brief psychotic disorder than men. So the movie was spot on to me in that aspect. So yes, it touched on a lot of different things. So just make sure you understand that. But again, we talk about just different causes, it's not really clear on why one would develop brief psychotic disorder. Somebody could be at the breaking point, or somebody just could have so much stress piling up, or they can endure such traumatic events in a short time period to where that's their only outlet. So of course we know with the movie, the different type of things that she sustained within those periods. So whether it's a death or death of a loved one, or assault, natural disasters, people who live in those hurricane areas and, just different things like that. So just make sure we understand those. So just make sure we know that, of course, it can be also genetic factors, biological factors, and we talked about environmental factors as well. So, those episodes can come and go, but just make sure that you are in a position to know there is light on the other side. Some people with brief psychotic disorder have that brief, like what we mentioned, episode, and then that's it. Then some people, of course, graduate to schizophrenia and so many other things if they're not able to reduce the hallucinations or delusions and all those other things. But specifically to the movie, I just wanted to talk about the two. I don't want to give away too many details because a lot of people probably still haven't seen it or you're planning to see it. But just know, yeah, Tyler Perry did his thing. And of course, yeah, you might feel that he continued to show Black women in a certain light. That may be true, but this specifically touch and impacts on the Superwoman syndrome. You know, they feel like they have to save the world, rescue a lot of different things. So hopefully those women who watch the movie open themselves up to taking a break, relaxing, calming down, pausing, becoming more refreshed and relaxed. So again, decent movie. Looking forward to you seeing, and hopefully you understand the difference now between what she potentially experienced, brief psychotic disorder episode. And hopefully, you know, it's another series or movie or something that can expound further on if she continue to have them symptoms or, you know, anything else. I don't want to give away too much because, again, yes, a lot of people haven't seen the movie. But if you're planning to see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, yes, the level of trauma that she experienced within the movie definitely put her in a position to exhibit some brief psychotic disorders. Again, so hit me up. You got any questions? www.mentoheal.com, www.mentoheal.com.